Have you ever felt like life just flipped upside down in your 40s, 50s, or beyond? Menopause hits, careers change, relationships end, and suddenly the life you thought you had is gone.
We both know exactly how that feels. I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Deana. And we have both been through toxic relationships, gray divorce, bankruptcy, career changes, empty nest, and the chaos of midlife. But we came out stronger, wiser, and ready to help women just like you thrive. And that is why we started this channel.
If you're ready to stop feeling stuck, reclaim your confidence, and reinvent your life, you're in the right place. Hang in with us for a few minutes. We're sharing our hearts and why we are doing what we do. And we're going to go ahead and begin with our story. Me and Deana, we became friends in midlife and we became the best of friends. But our story is very unique and unusual with lots of twists and turns.
So Lizzie and I were married to the same toxic narcissist. I mean, the same man, literally. Not at the same time. We're not sister wives or anything. I was married to him for 27 years, and then she married him for 6 years after me. We weren't friends before. We didn't know each other. She just met him on a dating site and, fell for him. And the whole relationship started off with lies. He told her from the very beginning that he'd been divorced for several years when he wasn't even divorced yet, and completely pulled the wool over her eyes, just like he did in our relationship. So once she realized who this person was and she was having lots of doubts about him, she and I connected at that point, and I was able to tell her everything that I went through, and she immediately felt that she connected all the dots in the weirdness that was going on in their relationship. And I felt validated because she was dealing with the exact same thing I was, so it didn't just feel like me. So that's where our friendship began. With that, our mutual ex, he was discovered by Lizzie to be in a second relationship for almost a year while he was married to Lizzie. Lizzie found some cards and letters that had dates and pictures and all kinds of love notes and realized this just as she was packing up to leave him. So she and I set out to find this other woman to warn her because we knew she was probably a really good woman and that she probably had no idea that he was married. And sure enough, we were right. So long story short, we decided to create a podcast and a YouTube channel called Surviving Toxic Relationships because after this third woman divorced him immediately, he went on to marry another woman in another state. So we just wanted to be sure that we shared our story and that we helped women that were going through these relationships. We are life coaches. We are certified, but we're not therapists. So we also, as the years have gone on, started to rebuild and reinvent our lives. Lizzie's reinvention, her wellness, her empowerment looked very different than mine. I ended up remarrying and she remained single. And it's been how long, Lizzie, since you've been single?
Actually, since 2018 today, I left.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Happy
November
anniversary.
11th, 2018. Yeah, crazy.
Wow, that's so serendipitous, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Okay. All right. So about 2 years ago, we began a podcast and it's called Surviving Toxic Relationships on all the platforms. And then probably 6 months ago, we went ahead and started a YouTube with that same name. However, because we have been in this process of reinvention from complete financial devastation, bankruptcy, divorce, all the things that you go through, remarriage, I'm a step parent, blending families, parents getting older, parents passing away. I mean, there's so much to this midlife. It is not an easy transition. And we wanted to help. So we have started a new YouTube channel, this one, because we are no longer in the throes of the surviving toxic relationship days. We are now in this whole era of reinvention.
I was just going to say that it is such a joy to get into something besides a toxic relationship and kind of let our hair down a little bit, kind of be silly sometimes. We know that sometimes midlife conversations or topics are pretty heavy, but it deserved a platform of its own. Midlife is an just a big bag of mixed stuff. And we really want to build this community because we think we could have a lot of fun. I mean, what can you not talk about in midlife? Like Deana said, there's
Exactly.
a plethora. And then if you are reinventing yourself financially because you had, a death of a spouse that was the main breadwinner and there was no retirement, or if you went through a terrible divorce and you were a stay-at-home mom, or whatever your calling was at that time through the relationship, and you're having to rebuild and prepare for retirement in a whole different way. But our desire is not just to prepare for these things, but to find and connect into the core of who you are and what you enjoy to build a lifestyle that can go beyond what people would normally consider the retirement age.
Exactly. And we also know that so many women in this midlife transition feel invisible, undervalued, or just overwhelmed. Between the menopause symptoms and the empty nest and gray divorce, it can feel like the rug was pulled right out from under you. But midlife is not the end, right, Lizzie?
I was just going to say, it's really just the beginning, and it's a chance to reclaim your own personal power, your confidence, and your joy. And we want to walk beside you as you learn exactly how. And we'll learn with you because I'm sure we'll have people on that will teach us a few things. That's what our desire is.
Yeah, and so here's what you can expect from Empowered Midlife, Reinvention, and Wellness. Real talk about menopause, hormones, and health hacks, life reinvention strategies after divorce, empty nest or career change, confidence building exercises, mindset resets, and journaling prompts, fun, vibrant inspiration, fashion, travel, self-care, recipes, and joy.
So just remember, if you're feeling anxious right now in this stage of midlife, it's okay because it isn't a crisis. It's your next best chapter, and we'll help you write it with courage, boldness, and some fun peppered in there.
I love that, Lizzie. That's perfect. And if you're ready to reclaim your power and start your midlife reinvention journey, hit that subscribe button and join our community of bold, vibrant women over 40. We will post weekly inspiration, tools, and strategies to help you thrive.
And we would love to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, what's your biggest challenge in midlife right now? Your story matters, and we'll share tips and support every step of the way.
And remember, midlife is your time to shine. Matter of fact, it's your time, finally. You can reclaim your confidence, your health, your joy, and we will be right here with you. So please hit subscribe and like our new Empowered Midlife channel to help us grow a community of women navigating the beautiful and sometimes messy journey of midlife.
So next week, we're going to be sharing our top 5 confidence boosting strategies after 40. You won't want to miss it.